I don't think you could have stopped it. Another win for Jan Nepomniachtchi, Eric. He extends the lead, and he's also just such a practical player that he knew he wasn't maybe supposed to win that position many times, but Giri kept changing the complexion. He kept changing the fortress, and every time Jan just said, okay, sure, let's play this one now, and I got another 50 moves for you.
Yeah, I mean, we have to question, why did Anish even play some of those moves? Like, didn't he have a setup? Was he
Yep,
just
I thought so.
frustrated at playing the back and forth?
Yeah, and it's hard to think of the different moments because he did have a setup, Eric, but at the same time, I got to give credit to Jan Nepomniachtchi for always finding a way through. He always made it look like he had enough of a threat that Giri felt the need to change his setup again.
Yeah, and we're talking about maybe doubt creeping in because of the match situation. Normally speaking, he would repeat, but just the way things have been going, maybe there's just some feeling like I keep repeating, I keep the setup, maybe it doesn't work, so I need to play something more forceful. Some, a lack of patience there from Anish, which isn't too characteristic, I'd say.
Yeah, bishop d5 in this game here. And remember, Jan is also doing that with the black pieces. So now he's got the white pieces in this one and a chance to extend the lead again. It's quite possible, unless we see a quick draw, Eric, that this is going to be the final game of the 5+1 portion. And it's completely opened up here.
It's completely opened up, and for one side, even the position we have in front of us, I like this for Jan. It's going to be pretty open. You see black sack a pawn for some activity, mess up white's pawn structure. But yeah, heading into this is the final game, probably the 5-1 portion. The bleeding has to stop. And typically, I'd say Anish is more of a player with black, even if you're losing. Draw with black, stabilize, then push with white. He's very, very good with the white pieces, very strong theoretician. But again, we talk about these speed chess matches, Amon. You need to win the matches. It's not just about winning your good positions. You need to pull out some wins from those bad positions, those positions where you're behind. Nepo's done that, but yeah, you can't just expect good positions and to coast off of that. And that's already the situation. He's behind by quite a bit. That it's not enough to just play solid. There's going to have to be some more risks taken here for Giri.
Yeah, and I think at this point, it's fair to say that he's not going to solve these problems right now. He's not going to solve them in the 5-minute portion. So it's really just about making it through this game, getting to the break, and changing something for the next section, which is the 3+1, because he's just not going to be able to adjust that quickly. We've seen what the 5-minute segment has looked like.
We have, and I think the predictions before the match or the smarter chess ones. I mean, I had Giri as a sizable favorite, but as I said, like these two guys fight, and Nepo might be extra motivated. And he's shown a high level before, so on a good day he can run up the score. This position in particular is an element of risk for Giri. If you lose the knight on e4, if it vacates, as white, I want to play knight a3, knight b5, and just jump in and attack c7 and a7. That c6 pawn, it's loose. These are doubled pawns, but there's no pressure on them right now. The compensation for black is development. Giri needs to maintain that lead in development, because that's the comp. Oh, look at that. Knight d5 is coming, then you rook takes c4, knight f6 ideas.
That's a problem.
This c6 pawn is a concern. It facilitates some tactics for
It's something that you
Nepomniachtchi.
underestimate because you see it and you're like, oh, okay, it's double pawn. I'll take it later. But then you don't take it, and then you don't take it, and then all of a sudden it's affecting some of the calculations, and you realize it's a nuisance.
Yeah, I think in this game Anish was playing naturally. He's like, I'm going to play faster, which means natural moves. You play natural moves. You're like, that pawn I'm going to pick up eventually. And as you mentioned, time is of the essence now. Sorry, I've made the wrong square. Like, Nepomniachtchi needs to complete development. Knight a3 is what I've been targeting. I'd love to get the knight to b5.
Right. And the rook is stuck, right? It's guarding the knight on e4, so it can't quite take on c6. But if you take on c7, then you allow rook takes c6 to happen. So I think that's why Jan should
I'm seeing
instead just
problem.
develop his
Yeah,
last piece.
I see in line, I'm on knight a3. You try to win that pawn by force, rook d6, just knight b5. And then there's a fork on d4, forking the rooks.
Mm.
So we're close to a situation where it's too late to win that pawn. You can't go rook d6 because of knight e8 check. This was a concern from the get-go. White is up 2 pawns, almost fully developed. Giri is in a
Funny looking
serious
position here.
hole right now. I might even
He's
be
got
able to extract my knight to a8 Amon. If that's the only
exactly.
square, I can transfer it to b6.
Yeah. Who would have thought that you bring your knight out by bringing it in first to a8 and then escaping to b6? The knight on a3, not very good either. So being repositioned, it can go to b4 and attack the a pawn, but also e3 is a fantastic central square, and you can just bring the
Oh
rook
my
in, rook e1.
goodness. No, no, no.
No, no.
That